Well, what I'm going to do to start off with is just to have a look at the progress that's been made at the Dureta hospital. So over the past, well, few months, years actually, I've been down here a few times to have a look to see what's happening to the hospital. It used to be Dureta, and it used to be the main hospital for the island. They moved out now a few years ago, and the place was left derelict, with the intention of converting it to a home for the elderly. That sort of all got stopped once the architects got inside and had a look at the condition of the building on the inside and the amount of work that was going to be necessary to be done to do the conversion. So they then went to plan B, and plan B is to demolish the building, and the actual demolishing of this building is going to take a long time. And if you've watched the last video, it doesn't seem to be a lot of progress in that respect. They've taken out some windows, and there's obviously a lot of stuff on the inside that has to be done first of all, and so I guess that's it, clearing it. And I would imagine, looking at the age of the building, part of the problem is asbestos, which has to be done very carefully. In the distance you might be able to see Belvedere Castle, and I'm just walking down on this side of the road. I usually walk on the other side, but I thought, if I step back a little bit, you might be able to see a bit more. And then here we can see what progress is being made on the new building. I will get a little bit closer, so get around this bend, I'll cross over, and we can see what's going on. So the big sign up there, which I'll get a bit closer again, I'll be able to read it all, but I think it basically says this is the new building. Just down here, as you can see, this actually goes back to Geneva. I'm not obviously going to walk all the way down there. And there is also a French school down there, some of you might be interested in. It's a private school. Was government assisted, that is by the French government. I think they may have lost that assistance, and now it's completely private. That's my belief. I may be wrong, but it seems to have done well. They moved into the new building, which is down there. It's a brand new purpose-built building. So this is the new build stuff that's gone up in the Dureta, and the estimate for it is over 9 million euros, and it's nearly 6,000 square meters, and it's for people who need some help with whatever, mobility or living. I'm looking at it from eyes of when I was here last time, and I don't know, I don't actually notice a lot that's been done. In fact, I can see some of the installations sort of peeling away there, so if they stopped work on this for a moment, there's lots of materials all piled up. Piles of rubble over there from the demolition work that's been done. And I'm imagining that it's all going on inside, but it's very quiet considering it's a demolition site. You might expect a bit more knocking and bumping and banging and clattering. This used to be the car park here, and during the COVID vaccinations, this area was used for vaccines. It was they set up a temporary, they didn't use any of the buildings at all, the physical buildings, the brick buildings. They set up some gazebos and tents and temporary buildings and place them there. I'm going to put the camera up so you can see over the fence, so you'll be seeing things that I can't see, and now I can hear machinery starting and I can actually see workmen. Sounding a little bit more like work now, isn't it? You see your machines working. You can see a little bit through this fence, but I think if I put it up you see much better. There are trees all the way along here, so I have to keep bringing it down. Yeah, some heavy machinery in there that will get going. Breaking things down. Just coming back to the roundabout here. So when this was a hospital, it was a thriving area, and they built this commercial centre across the road. They built a big supermarket in there, and then the hospital was closed, and places like that suffered. So that commercial centre, not sure how successful it's been. That was the main entrance to the hospital. So this is a sign just telling us about the demolition. 44,000, nearly 44,500 square meters is going to be demolished. It was a very, very big hotel. It's going to cost €3.5 million to knock it all down. They've got 14 months to do it, and they've been doing it for quite a while, so hopefully sometime, I'm guessing in the next year, it might be 2024, it'll be 2025 before the demolition is complete. Not sure whether they're going to dynamite the building or not. If they are, that might make an interesting video. I'll just put the camera up again so you can see some more over the fence. And it was a hospital. There used to be a cafeteria here, and I can always remember one of the older teachers when I first came to the island used to say it's a great place to go for a menu del dia. Across the road, that used to be the car park. If you were coming to visit a patient, then not a lot of parking around here, but that was the official car park, and you had to pay to park there. That has since been taken over by rent-a-car companies who are not allowed to park their cars on the road unless they're rented, of course, but they now have to use places like that to store them. It's empty at the moment, which is probably because they're already out rented, which makes a bit of sense, I suppose. Just looking up, there's another building on the side here. A lot of windows are still intact. And just over the road you see there's other work going on here, repairs to pavements, work going on, putting in drains or pipe of some sort. This used to be the main entrance to the hospital. And this was the front. So you can see all the rooms on the front here had nice little balconies. A little bit like being in a hotel with a splendid view over Palma from those balconies. And then you come down here and see through the holes here. Through there, that's where the maternity block used to be, and also the outpatients. So if you ever had an outpatient appointment, that's where you'd be. It's now a big hole in the ground. So if you can see anything down here, again, this fencing up, I guess to stop dust really. I can't imagine it stops much else. You can see through it in little bits, little gaps through. When you get a clearer spot, I'll put the camera up so you can have a look. You can see some of the holes get bigger here because people have well, done exactly what I'm doing. They want to have a look to see what's going on. I think I'll put the camera up high and you'll be able to see much better than trying to peer through a little hole in the fence. Amount of work going on there. Massive hole that was dug out, and it did go deeper than that, I believe, so I think there could well be something like car parking down there for whatever is going to be built above it. The original idea was to make it into home for the elderly, but that seems to have fallen a little bit by the wayside, and it's now going to be more of a medical centre for different things, so it's going to be split up into different departments. So it's still going to have a medical use, and we've just seen the home that's already well under construction. Now we come to more solid sorts of fencing. I can't see anything at all now. Gaps going through. And there's the poster showing us what it might look like when it's finished, and it'd be interesting to compare pictures with the reality when it happens. We've got a bit of time to wait for that. It's going to cost nearly 75 million euros, and they've got a 36-month time span to get this done. So 36 months we'll come back and have a look. There's a gate down here. This is the gate where the lorries go in and out, delivering stuff and taking stuff away. You can imagine how busy this has been when they've been excavating the site. All the people who live around here have been suffering the dirt, dust, noise, whatever's going on. Here. There we go. With Belvedere Castle in the distance. And the plan originally was to link up the home for the elderly with the castle and the grounds of the castle to make an interesting walk. Well, I'm going to make this as a separate video because it's very noisy. I want to keep an eye on what's going on at Dureta, and so I think it's better if I keep them as separate videos. So thanks very much for watching, and I look forward to keeping you up to date on Dureta in a future video. Bye for now.